I have like the privacy settings on my like actual one, like.
That's not super. You can find me.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'll find you.
It's Pillard, Puyleart.
Okay.
That's my new.
Yeah, it is Friday, and you're watching our First Alert live stream here in the First Alert Weather Center. I'm Chief Meteorologist Steve Bailon, and thank you for dropping by. Don't Fridays just kind of hit differently, right? I always feel like on a Friday, you know, when you have good coworkers around you, there's just a different feeling, right? There's just a different energy, you know, at the workplace. Do you feel that way, like at your work on a Friday? Like, for example, you know, Aisha Morales, she's behind me, she's working, she just gave us a peace sign. Anyway, so she was finishing up an update in the studio, and as she was about to toss it to a commercial break, she said that Steve will be back and he's going to expand on the weather, and she said that on air, and she looked at me, and I just went like this. I went, like I was expanding, literally, and then she cracked right as we went into commercial break. It's those moments that really, literally make my day. I mean, I could sit here and work my fingers to the bone and have all this stress and everything, but when you have those moments with somebody who you consider a wonderful colleague and a talented individual, and you have those fun moments, that just makes the day just so much more special. And I hope that wherever you're watching this from, I hope there's someone in your life that you have that connection with. And you know, and if that's somebody in your life, like a friend or a spouse, I hope you're able to tell them Happy Valentine's Day, because you have some sort of wonderful, loving connection with them on this great holiday. All right, so we're obviously going to talk about something more than that. We're going to talk about the weather. Let's get you outside. Here is a live view from our Appleton Skycam. And yes, it's starting to cloud over. We had a little bit of some sun. That sun is starting to look a bit more filtered and dim. And the temperature right now, it's chilly. It's 0 with a variable wind at 6 miles an hour, VAR. The wind chill, 12 degrees below 0. That wind chill will get back into positive territory around midday and into the afternoon. So we will come out of the deep freeze a little bit as our next weather maker takes shape and heads towards northeast Wisconsin. We're going to get another round of some fluffy snow. My fluffy Valentine from Old Man Winter. Oh, you shouldn't have Old Man Winter. Tonight and into the weekend. So this is a long duration event. I don't want you to wake up tomorrow morning and say, I only got part of the snow that you said that I was going to get, because you're going to get a bulk of it tonight and then a little bit more during the day Saturday and Saturday night. Again, a long duration event. With that in mind, we have multiple First Alert weather days. Tonight, Saturday, and there might be some more snow that lingers into Sunday morning. We're going to have to watch that situation closely. Now, I would expect tonight, as people are going out to celebrate Valentine's Day, we're going to get about 2 to 5 inches of fluffy snow. And the roads will gradually become slippery, snow-packed. If you're heading out with your significant other, going out on a date, going to a movie, going to dinner, whatever you're doing, be advised that it's probably going to be a bit slippery trying to get back home. And then Saturday, we'll have some additional snow showers. You could pick up another inch or 2 on Saturday. And as the wind picks up behind the area of low pressure that's responsible for all this, there's probably going to be some blowing and some drifting, especially in rural areas, in open country. And as the roads get cleared off and the wind picks up, the wind could just blow the snow right back out over the asphalt. So keep that in mind. All right, so starting 6 o'clock this evening, the National Weather Service is issuing a winter weather advisory. I had somebody ask me They sent me a direct message on Facebook saying, how come this isn't a winter storm warning? Well, to get a winter storm warning, you need to have at least 6 inches of snow over a 12-hour period, or 8 inches of snow over a 24-hour period. And because this is a long duration event and we're not getting 6 inches immediately, this really doesn't quite qualify as a winter storm warning. This is more of a winter weather advisory situation. Now, the Weather Service will watch this as this develops tonight, and if we have any bands of heavier snow that develop across the area, they could upgrade a couple counties into a warning, but this looks like more of an advisory situation. I tend to agree. When this is all said and done, this storm is finished, we're going to get about 3 to 7 inches of snow. 2 to 5 will come down tonight, but 3 to 7 total. There might be some higher totals along the Lake Michigan shoreline. Now, here's First Alert Viper Max. Right now, we don't have any snow. I'm reaching in my pocket to get my clicker. Here it is. So, let's widen the view. And you see the snow showers developing back to the west? In the Dakotas, back across the Rockies. Right now, it's really unorganized. But as some jet stream energy moves across the country with an area of low pressure spinning up, we will see more of a steady band of snow developing to our west, and that'll spread into northeast Wisconsin tonight. So, forecast for today. The sun fades away this morning, gone by the time we get to about 1 o'clock this afternoon. There could be a couple flakes or maybe a snow shower this afternoon, high of 23 degrees. But the snow really begins to develop in earnest around and after 7 o'clock tonight. And that's when we go into that first alert weather day. Our high temperature this afternoon, 23 degrees. We'll probably hold in the low 20s this evening. In fact, that temperature will probably start creeping up as the night wears on, as we get some milder air blowing into the state, causing this snow that's going to come through tonight. So here's First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. Let's get the clock into motion. There's 9 o'clock. Filtered sun and clouds. Here's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, gray, gloomy skies. 4 p.m., there might be a passing snow shower. That's not too big of a deal. The main event comes in right about here. Here's 8 o'clock tonight. You can see the snow pushing into the Fox Valley. And if I look at this and compare this to what Pinpoint Predictor was showing us yesterday, it seems like the onset of the snow is just a little slower. I suspect there's some drier air that needs to be overcome by the snow falling through the atmosphere. But as we saturate things and we get some rising air from the mild air, the jet stream energy, the snow is going to pick up in intensity as the evening wears on. Moderate snow at midnight and continuing into Saturday morning. It's probably still going to be snowing and the roads will be slippery. Now, it's not going to snow all day Saturday. It'll snow early, and then there's probably going to be a lull in the activity. And then as the low pressure system scoots through the Great Lakes, especially to our south, the circulation around the low pressure system will kick off some more snow showers. And some of these may be lake enhanced or lake effect Saturday night going into Sunday. Right there, Sunday, we're getting a little bit of reinforcement of those snow showers, and it's Two Rivers, Manitowoc, down to Sheboygan. You see that banding taking place? That's where we just might have some higher totals from this overall event. So, First Alert Pinpoint Predictor shows the snowfall 2 to 5 inches by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. Again, that's not final totals. 2 to 5 inches up till that point. So it may not be a bad idea Saturday morning to get up and do a little bit of shoveling, a little bit of snow blowing to keep up on this stuff. It'll be fluffy and easy to move. And out of that 2 to 5 inch range, the lighter totals or the lower totals will be north, and the heavier totals will be generally towards the south. But then, like I said, a long duration event will get another inch or 2 during the day Saturday, and maybe there's that lake effect, Two Rivers, Manitowoc, and south. So when you wake up Sunday morning, okay, there you go. Now you're looking at about 3 to 7 inches of snow, but it's near that lake effect, that possible lake effect, Manitowoc down to Sheboygan, right along that I-43 corridor. Maybe that's where you get some totals around 8, 9 plus inches. And that's something that's a little bit of a wild card. We're going to have to watch that situation very closely, and as we get fresh data on what this storm system is doing, we're going to first alert you and give your family the very latest on what's going on with this snow. So, excuse me, this is a comparison of 5 different computer models that we use in the First Alert Weather Center and the snowfall forecast through Saturday night. And there's some discrepancy. I mean, some of the models are saying 3 inches of snow. Some are saying 6 to 7 inches. So, excuse me, there's a little bit of wiggle room that can happen between now and when the storm system comes on through. So we want you to stay alert to the very latest forecast because there may be some adjustments that we may have to make on the fly as we're getting the very latest data. So as the low pressure system cuts through the Great Lakes, north to northeast winds are going to pick up late Saturday into Saturday night. And there's going to be some wind gusts that get up around 20, 25 miles an hour. Remember, this snow is going to be light and fluffy, and when the wind hits it, it's going to start blowing and drifting, especially in rural areas. So there may be some poor visibility if you're driving in open country Saturday night. That is something that you should think about if you are going to be doing that, and if you got plans driving in rural areas as we go deeper into the weekend. Right now, a bunch of goose eggs for temperatures. 0 in Oshkosh, Appleton, Green Bay, Sturgeon Bay. Still 2 below right now in Marinette with a +3 in Kewaunee. But we are on our way to a high of 23. We'll either hit that late this afternoon or into the evening. We'll see. The clouds will continue to thicken up. We'll have that snow tonight, 2 to 5 inches. And then another 1 to 2 tomorrow. So that's why we got that back-to-back first alert weather day situation. And we also have back-to-back first alert weather days as we go into Monday and into Tuesday. But it's not because of snow. It's because of the Arctic air oozing in behind this storm. It's going to create some dangerous wind chills. Let's look at first alert pinpoint predictor. We're popping out our Monday panel because that's what makes our 7 days so super. President's Day. You'll wake up and kids will have to go back to school. And I want parents to think about this because wind chills Monday morning, 20, 25 below. That's cold enough for frostbite to develop on exposed skin in about 20 minutes. So we don't want kids that are just sitting out at the corner for a long time waiting for the bus that, might be late, or maybe they're having some issues because it's really, really cold. So I want parents to have a plan A and a plan B to get your kids off to school, because not only are we going to have dangerous wind chills Monday morning, but we're going to have some dangerous wind chills early Tuesday morning. In fact, Tuesday morning's wind chills might be even more frigid, plunging down to -30. So back-to-back first alert weather days for Monday and Tuesday because of the bitter cold air, the harsh wind chills, and really we're going to be in the deep freeze for much of next week with highs in the single digits, those lows plunging down to about -10. On Thursday, we got a balmy 18 degrees for Thursday. We'll be trending up as we go into next weekend, hopefully, as we start to get out of the Arctic air. So yes, we've got snow, we've got cold, a very active winter weather pattern, and you have got things to do with your family. You got plans this weekend, and hopefully we keep you ahead of the storm by using our free WBAY First Alert Weather app. Now, if you're watching this live stream on your phone or your tablet, you're going to have a hard time scanning that QR code. But if you're watching this on a TV, watching YouTube, if you take your camera phone and you scan that QR code, and boom, it gets delivered right to your device. Free is always good. Give it a whirl. Lots of great features. We send multiple videos to the app giving you the very latest forecast information. You can track the snow with First Alert, digital Doppler radar, and our updated hour-by-hour pinpoint predictor forecast is always updating pretty much every 3 hours. And so that is all very helpful information. And by the way, the tablet version, not the phone version, but the tablet version of our app has an hour-by-hour wind chill forecast. That's going to come in handy when we come out of the weekend into early next week. So, coming up in just a little bit, Action 2 News at noon and at 4, meteorologist Emily Mers is going to be updating that forecast. And you know what? She's a good egg. She texted me this morning, and she said she wanted to come in early to work on some graphics on one of our computers. And I said, sure. Like, I'm going to say no to that, right? She knows how important the weather is to you this weekend, and she's going to be covering the weekend morning shows as well. So she is going to be all over this weather maker coming in and giving you the very latest on Action 2 News at noon and at 4. And if you haven't seen Emily yet, she's our newest meteorologist. She does a wonderful job. She's just very relatable, and she will give you a great forecast. So I invite you to tune in and watch. Right, Emily?
Yep.
She's back over there working. Anyway, thank you for watching our Friday live stream. Happy Valentine's Day to you and to anybody who you love in your life. Action 2 News Mid-Morning with Aisha and I is going to be starting up in about just over 10 minutes. We'll have some top news stories, a weather update, and so much more. And I hope you have a fabulous weekend. We'll catch you Monday on the live stream. See you around.